Good evening, everyone. Welcome to NoBull Radio here Wednesday, July 10th, 2013. I'm Andy Kessler, your host, your producer, your slash everything tonight. We had a little bit of technical issues with some other people, but we are here. We are live. Tonight, I'll bring Kenny Baum in here shortly. He's going to talk some trucks and Nationwide with me. Ben Kilcrease will be here to preview the chase with myself, and also Randy Hauser will be here with Wayne Finley. We will be talking to him. He is the official photographer for Carolina Speedway, a dirt track down there in North Carolina. So we'll talk to him. And also at the end of the show, we'll got a little news to spread. The West Pro Series and NoBull Motorsports have big news to share with everybody. So we'll get to that when everything is all said and done. But first, we're going to talk a little bit of truck series racing. I'm going to bring my good friend here, Kenny Baum, down into the studio.
User was moved to your channel.
Kenny Baum, this is Andy. You're live on NoBull Radio. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Andy?
I'm doing good. We're talk a little bit some trucks, some Nationwide with you real quick here. I know you got a busy schedule according to your PR people, so we'll keep this quick for you. But trucks, what a rough night, I guess, last night there in Charlotte. You had to retire early, end up finishing last. But overall this season, pretty good season for yourself. Overall, where would you... I mean, you had a late start to the season. You kind of took a little vacation, I would say, and then you come back. It's like you didn't even miss a beat running the top five week in and week out.
Yeah, it's been fun. If I wouldn't have missed all the races at the beginning of the race, I probably would be in a place for, good position in the points, but it's not really going to happen, so I just have to go out there and go for the win. And
you finally, speaking of wins, about 3 weeks ago now anyway, the last truck race at Dover, you picked up your first career NoBull win. It seemed you run up front all the time. It seems to me that when I saw that it was your first win, I was really shocked by that, actually, by the amount of times you run up front.
It's surprising. I was excited, and I did good that day. That was about all I can say about that day.
You got that right. You're sitting 16th in points. Obviously, you missed 4 races now in the truck, so I mean you're still making your way up into the points, and probably end up with at least a decent top 15 finish here at the end of the season. But like I said, you're fairly new to NoBull. 20 races under your belt, obviously, in 3 different divisions. Finally got that first win, but in those 20 starts, you got 12 top 10. So that's why. 9 of those are top 5. So that's why I say just about half your races you're running in the top 5, or at least finishing in the top 5. So that's why that first win that really shocked me a lot. But Nationwide, having okay. You're running up front up there too. Missed a win there at Milwaukee Mile. Got kind of snookered on that outside lane by Cody Marshall, huh?
Yeah, that one sucked. I didn't expect it to happen like that, but it did.
Yeah, that was, I guess basically you got lucky on the outside and the caution came out when it did, because otherwise, I don't know, you still had that inside line as you head down the backstretch. But next season, has there been any talk for yourself as far as which direction you're going to go? What series are you being tapped for the Cup? Do you know that yet?
Nope, it'd be nice to run the Cup Series, but we'll just have to see.
Channel switched. Channel switched.
Yeah, it definitely would be. Cup Series, obviously the premier series. They're looking, NoBull's changing things up a little bit. We'll be talking to the admins here probably next week on the radio show to get their vibe about what's happening in the series, all 3 of them next season. So we'll be getting that, and sure, we'll get the lineup here soon, hopefully, about all the drivers, I guess, that will be actually participating in the Cup Series next season. They were talking 15, maybe 20. So we'll see what that ends up being. But Kenny Baum, iRacing, obviously you're a huge fan of iRacing. run tons of races, a lot of wins in the official stuff. But do you have more fun in the official stuff, or is the league stuff between here and the West Pro Series the most fun?
The league stuff is more fun and just more challenging. You're running with the same people every week. You don't know what to expect. You can go into any official race and there's just plenty of boneheads in there. And in the leagues, you have the more respectable people and the people that actually know how to drive, and they're not running each other over in every single turn.
Yeah, you got that right. Well, last night, I don't want to drudge into your problems there, but the guy who picked up the win, Coleman Presley, he was the guy that was hunting you down at Dover. How nervous was that Dover restart there at the end of the race? How nervous was that for you, being that he had fresher tires and everything?
Well, I wasn't even paying attention. I knew how many laps were left, and I knew what I had to do, and I got that done. I really didn't even know who I was trying to beat there until after it was all said and done.
Yeah, a tough competitor. Obviously, he's only run 2 races here at NoBull in the Truck Series, but he picks up a win this past week at Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's Coleman Presley. He drives a K&N car. He drives a bunch of NASCAR sanctioned events. He's ran some nationwide and truck races. So I don't know if that's an unfair advantage or anything, but the simulators probably, he says it's pretty close. At least the trucks are, as far as driving the real thing.
Yeah, I don't have any experience in the real thing, but I love my simulator.
Well, how good you are in the trucks, I imagine you could probably handle the real deal too there, Kenny. But I don't know. I guess time will see. Hopefully, we'll see you in the Cup Series next season, full time there. That'll be a huge bump for you, and let you get some competitive laps in with those top guys of NoBull.
Oh yeah, and I like the car, and I like to go fast, and I like how fast the car goes. It's what I want to drive. I like the trucking nationwide, but I need something that's a little more challenging, and that's a little more challenging.
Well, that's good to hear, and I'm sure there's lots of guys in the Trucking Nationwide Series that are rooting for you to be in the Cup Series so they don't have to see that 45 car around them at these other tracks knowing, damn, I got to keep that guy behind me.
Yep, I know. They want me gone.
I'm one of them, because that's just another spot. I finished 16th last night, Kenny, and, it would have been 15th. Oh, wait a minute, you finished behind me. Never mind.
It happened.
Yeah, I can say I beat you one time. Anyway, Kenny, I appreciate you stopping by, talking a little smack with us here on the NoBull Radio Show. I'll let you get going. I know you got other things going on, and look forward to seeing you in the closing weeks here of the season.
Thanks for having me, Andy.
No problem. That's Kenny Baum, driver, the number 45. I forget what his sponsors are, but Kenny Baum Jr. He drives a 45 car. You can't mistake him anywhere. The guy's fast. I talked to Rick Donovan the other night, and he had said that he saw him coming in the mirror at Rockingham in that Nationwide Series car, and he was just like, "Oh my God, what? No, I got to keep this guy out of here." So he's a tough guy to keep behind you. An excellent driver, and that's the guy, Kenny Baum Jr. Glad he picked up his first career NoBull win here this past season. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I believe we're going to bring in our special guest. That would be the photographer for Carolina Speedway, Randy Hauser. So we'll bring him up here next. We'll do that when we come back, right after this.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
Hello. Got you loud and clear.
up to the threat of outages with Generac and never feel powerless.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Here, NoBull Radio. We're just trying to dial things up here. You're gonna have to all be patient with me. I'm new at this kind of deal as far as production goes. I'm doing my best, trying my best, and we'll try to get it done as quickly as we can for you. I'm just trying to find something that I lost. But anyway, real quick here, I'll just talk a little bit about the Nationwide Series. Nationwide Series Monday night. Of course, they ran at the Rockingham Motor Speedway down there in North Carolina. An awesome track, really rough track. And Wayne, you can talk a little bit about that. That's one of the pristine tracks on the circuit as far as it comes to with history and into a track, right? All right. Apparently, we're having a little difficulty hearing you, Wayne. Give me a second here, because I guess I'll have to try to figure out all this stuff now as far as the volume level. But I'm sorry about that, Wayne.
On Skype, or you want me to use TeamSpeak?
Oh, you can use TeamSpeak if you want right now. Maybe the guys can hear you a little bit. They didn't hear anything you said about Rockingham there.
Is this any better?
Sounds much better to me.
Okay. What I was saying, Rockingham, back when Richard was racing there and they ran a Grand National Series there, the track was tough, and it's been decades since it was paved. But they didn't change the profile of the track even after every repave. And 2 years ago, Andy Hillenberg brought back the Truck Series, and it's been fantastic. As far as attendance, and the racing was great. This year it was great, and they've already planned for 2014 in I think February to bring back the trucks to Rockingham. So in a week or so we plan to have Andy Hillenberg on as our guest here on the radio show.
That's awesome. Yeah, Andy did a heck of a job down there at Rockingham to bring back a lot of the smaller series. I guess then all of a sudden now we got the truck series in there, and I honestly think that the truck races that have been there are phenomenal. I think they put on some great competition, and I don't know, I love it. I love that place from back in the day when they were still running the Sprint Cup there, or the if you want to call it the
Grand National.
Yeah, Grand National, and then the Winston Cup and all that. So it was awesome. That's an awesome track. It was sad to see it go, but there's just such an influx of tracks in that area. It was tough to sell tickets.
Yeah, and like I say, Andy's revived it. They ran some street stock championships there. ARCA's run there, K&N Series, the Truck Series. So Rockingham's definitely on the comeback. And like I say, there's plans to try to bring Nationwide back there in a couple of years.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. That'll be awesome to see, and I can't wait. I'm just having issues here, Wayne. I'm sorry. We're just trying to make some head ground there, but I don't know. I'm having issues with the volume as far as the Skype goes, so we'll see if I can not, somehow fix that in, I don't know. Who knows? We'll figure it out, I guess. Give me a minute. But anyway, Wayne, the Nationwide Series went there. We saw a great race there. saw Dylan Brockwell pick up his second win here at NoBull. It was quite an awesome run, and big shout out Sean Medling. Finished in third. That was a great run for him. Rick Donovan, too. He picked up a top 5 for himself and had to add a tough track. But it definitely shows in our points leader. Or excuse me, I got this thing all messed up here. Ignore it. I'm looking at it. I'm ignoring myself. Anyway, Mitch Lennon had some issues early in the event and ended up with some damage, but he was able to come out with a top 10, which just increased his top 10s in a row there at that series. It was a good thing. It just shows how his ability to be consistent all year have moved him right to where he is now, 136 points in the lead over now second place Brian Terry, which is actually pretty nice. I think it's the highest Brian Terry is right now and ever been in the season, this late in the season in the standings. So that's great to see for Brian Terry. Obviously, Cody Marshall was a no-show. So was Jay Adair, which I was shocked about because Jay was only, I believe it was like 36 points out of the lead. Now we dropped 6 spots back down to 8th now, and a ton of points out. But 136 points, only 3 races left to go in the schedule for the Nationwide guys. So Richmond next week, 80 laps, then Homestead, and of course Texas, which was moved because of that off week earlier in the season. We ended up moving that just to the end to make that the season finale. So Richmond, Homestead, Texas. Richmond, one of those great little short tracks, some great night racing, 3/4 mile oval. Love that place, absolutely love it. We're going to make sure these guys have a great race there. Also next week, hopefully, we were supposed to do it this week, but NoBull Network 1, we were all supposed to have these races broadcasted. We had some issues with some personnel and things like that. No big deal. We'll get it all straightened out. That's why these guys wanted to start working on this stuff now, rather have these issues now than have them at the beginning of next season. We want next season to be the one that's spot on. Anyway, I'm going to have to apologize here, Wayne, to the guest that was going to come in. I'm having just wicked issues with the Skype thing. Terribly sorry about that. I don't know if you can call him and we can get him back here another time or something like that. But I just don't want to. I don't want to put it on if nobody can hear him. So I messed up on that. So we'll figure it out anyway. Not a big deal. Hopefully he'll come back, Wayne.
Yeah, I'm sure Randy will be glad to. I'll give him a call and tell him that due to technical difficulties.
Yeah, just tell him there's a new rookie in town on the production board, and he's a moron. Tell him that.
No, you're not that. But everybody has their technical issues. But anyway, the racing. I've been trying to reach Coleman to see if he could come on tonight and be on with you. He won the truck race, but. I'll just tell you this, and I'll let you get back to work. Called Coleman after the race last night. He was so excited. He said, man, I was fist pumping. I jumped up and down. He said, I was more excited about winning that. He said, I might as well have won the Daytona 500.
Well, that's awesome. Listen, it's a competitive field here at NoBull. It's very, very competitive. There's tough drivers in every division. And to come out on top, and he ran well 2 weeks ago at Dover, I was talking about, had a chance for the win. Just, man, and I love the way he drove it off on that last restart. He gave it everything he possibly could. Ended up wrecked a bunch of people. But you know what? He was going for it, and I like that. He was going for the win, and that was great. And he did the same last night. Restarted, I believe it was third. Yeah, he restarted behind Rodney Kramer, who was the leader, and ended up getting by him and Dave Washington. Of course, Dave had some damage to the front end of that truck, but Dave had a rough night last night in the trucks, but still managed a second place finish. But yeah, that was awesome. It was good to see. I like seeing new people win, but it makes guys too that have been here forever, that are competitive, but that been here for 50 races or something and can't get that first win.
Well, Coleman was so excited. I believe we can count on Coleman to be full-time in the truck series when we start our new series in a few weeks.
Well, that'll be good. We'll all welcome him with open arms. That was good. Good racing. We just got to get him in TeamSpeak so we can harass him in there, too.
Yeah, well, I gave him the address and was hoping to get him on. Something must have come up tonight. But looking down the road, we got Chocolate Myers going to be on in a few weeks. Johanna Long, that Coleman spots for. She's on vacation in Florida this week. But she's going to be on the show with us on a Wednesday night. So we got some great guests coming up.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. We'll get Randy on here again eventually. But a little short thing. We were going to get him on here, but he's actually going to do something for NoBull, right, Wayne?
Right. When we have our reunion in Charlotte at the NASCAR Hall of Fame next spring, the Monday after the Bristol race, he's going to be our official photographer and be there and take photographs at all of our events and when we iRace and go through the Hall of Fame and everything. So Randy's going to be there to do that for us. He's a great photographer.
That's awesome. Yeah, and he's a photographer at the Carolina Speedway.
Yep.
I forget what town it's in. It's in a weird name town.
East of Belmont, North Carolina. It's a neat little dirt track. I went for the first time back this past year. It froze to death. But they run late models, open wheel modifieds. They have a 4-cylinder class and street stock and super late models. But the racing was so well organized. I mean, they got cars on the track, off the track. Randy stands behind the little guardrail down between turn 1 and 2. And it doesn't matter what vehicle he takes there, it comes home red. Because it is red Georgia clay, man. And it was great racing, but he's got some good stories he'll share with us when we get him on in the future.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel bad for that, but tell him I'm sorry. Put it that way. Oh, and sorry to you, Wayne, for door slamming you last night there in the trial.
That's okay. That was some good racing. I saved it.
Yeah, I was like I don't know, I was actually into it, and I thought I was doing pretty well, and, still riding around in the back, but I really had good feel for the track for the most part, just didn't have the speed, and then, man, I got loose, and there you were, and I was like, oh, no, I felt so bad, so, well, at least you were able to save it and got going, and you finished ahead of me, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a great night last night, and I was excited for Coleman. I mean, he didn't get to practice. He qualified. They gave him an EOL for not practicing. So coming from last to first, like I say, he was super excited, and he says best racing he's ever had in iRacing ever.
Well, that's good. And you know what, honestly, and that's why I like broadcasting these races here and stuff, and the competition's great. The racing's great. The competitors are great. Everybody gives room, but at the same time, they race hard, and that's exactly what we saw in the closing laps last night. I mean, those guys literally were separated by, I'll call it inches, even though on the screen it looked like nothing. But they were separated by literally nothing, and making some great moves. And I'm talking those top 3 guys there in those final four laps.
Yeah, and he complimented the racing at NoBull, and I don't know if everybody knows this, but last year in iRacing, when they ran that Pro Series championship, Coleman Presley and Joey Logano ran in that 3-track series. They ran, I think, the Mazda cars at Watkins Glen, and then they ran trucks at one racetrack and the COT at another racetrack. And those were pro racers. And for him to compliment our group of guys last night as the best racing he's ever had on iRacing says a lot for the guys that we have racing here. They are great. They take it seriously, and they're great competitors.
Yeah, it definitely is, and that's awesome. And just a reminder, the trucks, only 2 more weeks left, Wayne. That's all we got left in this season. It's going to end pretty quick here. New Hampshire next week, 80 laps there, and then, of course, everybody's favorite, or maybe just Dave Washington's, Martinsville Speedway, 100-lapper. That's going to be the season finale here in a couple weeks on July 23rd. So it's unfortunate the season, my first full season in NoBull, and driving anywhere, if that's what you call it. But my first season ever, and it's coming to an end pretty quick, and I just want the next one to start.
That's true. Well, it's been great. I've enjoyed racing and working with you on the show here. Today's my wife's birthday. We just had a birthday dinner, which I cooked, and had a little birthday cake. I'm going to go spend some time with the family, I think.
All right, you do that, Wayne. Appreciate everything you do for us, for myself, and for this radio show, NoBull Network 1. Thanks again for everything, and we'll see you on the track next Tuesday.
Will do. Thanks. Enjoyed it. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, that's Wayne Finley stopping by. Sorry, everyone, I couldn't get Randy Hauser on the air tonight. Of course, it's just a big, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to do it. We'll get it done. We'll figure it out and get it right. But I apologize to everybody for that. We're going to take another quick little commercial. I'm going to bring in a fellow broadcaster of mine, a fellow member of NoBull Network 1 here, and that will be Ben Kilcrease. We're going to preview the chase, which for everybody starts tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited about it. 6 races to decide this champion, and right now after the point swing, there's 11 points separating first through 12th. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and we'll do that when we come back right after these messages.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, did you really do all that?
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The RC Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The RC Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the RC Evo V3. Check out the RC Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rc.net.
All right, welcome back, everybody, here, NoBull Radio. I'm joined now with my fellow broadcaster in the booth on Thursday nights. That's tomorrow night. We're going to start off this fantastic chase in the Cup Series. Ben Kilcrease, how you doing tonight, Ben?
I'm doing pretty good. I would ask how you were doing, but I've kind of overheard a little bit of the show tonight, so I'll say I'm doing good, and it sounds like you're doing good. I'm
doing okay now, you know. I mean, I got on here trying to figure all this stuff out and download this and download that and and I guess these guys are seeing the pictures on the board, so I guess I'm doing something right.
That's something. That's all that matters. At least as long as we get half of it up there, it's good.
Yeah, although I couldn't figure out Skype yet, so that's another day, another time for that, I guess. But Ben, it all kicks off tomorrow night, man. I can't wait. The chase here at NoBull, the first one ever. Man, I'm almost speechless because I'm excited. We got some great drivers up front in the chase, basically. Up front there, we've seen a bunch of guys pull off some amazing wins, and I guess I don't know. I mean, it's hard to like go through there and say it's going to be that guy or it's going to be that guy. I mean, I just think it's going to come down to that last race.
I think it is too. There's so many guys in this top 12. I'm just going to name them all right now: Lennon, Marshall, Washington, Lambert, Kramer, Simpson, Graves, Willis, Osborne, Dollareva, Spidell, and Terry. All of them. The points are completely reset. Everybody's even, except for 1 point difference between going down the row, I should say. But Lennon, consistency is his game. He doesn't even have a win, and he leads the thing coming into the chase. Cody Marshall, this guy, he just opened up the season winning everything.
He did. I mean, the first 2 weeks, done, boom, boom. Yep. You know, led the points all the way up until last week.
Yep, Dave Washington, he has 2 wins. He's been Mr. Consistent too, and one guy that I'm definitely keeping my eye on fourth when the chase starts tomorrow is Brian Lambert. That's one guy, it never fails, Andy. At the end of the race, he is always up there in the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, no wins this season. The first nine races, 6 races, I don't know, whatever these guys have, 9 races. The first 9 races, he got 6 top tens. That's pretty good. I mean, all the guys in the top 12 have those type of stats. So I mean, he's getting it done. He's consistent. He's running up front. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I look at it. I mean, no wins, but you're only talking in the top 12. You only got 3 guys that actually have won. The only other person that's won a race this season was Dylan Jones, and he did that at Sonoma, but he's missed 2 races so far this season. So obviously not in contention for this championship. But I mean, we've seen Cody 2 wins right off the gate, and then we saw Chad win. I think it was 3 in a row. Then Cody won another one, and then Dave just finished out the regular season with two straight wins.
Yeah, Dave Washington, I've talked to him over the past week or so, and even in the off week talked with him, hung out some. Washington is really looking forward to this chase. He's got a head of momentum coming into the chase. Washington's going to be a guy to watch out for, but you talk about Chad Simpson winning those 3 straight. Chad Simpson, Andy, he only has 8 starts, and I can't even count them right now, but I think there's right at 7, 8 guys behind him that had 9 starts. If that just shows you anything, shows you the finishes that Simpson's had so far this season, that with 8 starts, he comes into the chase 6th. He's going to be another one to watch out for.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so what do we, I guess, I mean, if you go purely on stats, maybe he's the favorite. Obviously starting 6th, but that's only because of, he missed 1 start the opening season race at Daytona. But 5 poles in his 8 starts, 3 wins, and he's got 8 top 10s in those 8 starts. So, I mean, you're talking guy consistent with momentum. All right, you got one there, but then you got a guy, Dave Washington, bam, 2 wins in a row, on fire, basically. As far as I'm concerned, the momentum's on his side.
It definitely is. And coming into the chase, these guys could all go finish out the top 12 of Richmond, but come the next race, you could have Kramer finish dead last, Washington win the thing, Lennon finish 18th. You just never know, and like you said at the beginning of this segment, it is going to come down to that last race. I think it is. I'm not. Don't take my word for it. I think it's going to come down to the last.
No,
race.
it is. It is.
It is? Okay, it is. It's already set in stone.
I mean, just look at all the races, the finishing orders, and where these guys are week in and week out. They're all right there, top 5, top 10s every single week. I mean, even look at New Hampshire, like even a guy, Eric Dallariva, boom, there he is, finished 8th. You know what I'm saying? Brian Terry finished 7th. And there's Mitch Lennon, who's, quite honestly, as far as I'm concerned, between Nationwide and Cups, having besides that win column, is having the most consistent season out of anybody at NoBull.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And getting into Richmond, there's going to be a few of those guys inside the chase that likes a short track feel. I know Washington's a big short track race here. TJ Graves is real good at the short track. He has a bunch of experience at the Richmond International Raceway. But looking forward ahead into the schedule, Andy, we've got some good races coming up to close off this season for the chase.
Well, absolutely. We start Richmond, obviously a nice little short track. Then to Charlotte, where the trucks were last night. Martinsville, nice little small paper clip there. Love that track, love it. I can't drive it, but I like the track. Vegas, awesome track. I love that track. It's fun, it's fast, it's slick. I love that track. And of course you got the wild card in there. Well, I mean, I guess you could say there's a couple of them between Richmond, just because you kind of can run into somebody else's stuff there. Martinsville, for obvious reasons, is just so small. And then of course Talladega. You got one little slip up, you hit that, you're done.
Yep. And that's the thing. Talladega is the second to last race. Some of these guys, let's just say, I don't know, Washington's trying to catch Lennon at the end of the season, let's just say, and Washington's 6 points back. Well, Washington could not afford to have a mess up at Talladega or be involved in the big one and have Mitch Lennon go on and win the race. But at Talladega, it's really not in your hands. The outcome of the race is just in people's hands around you, and really what happens on the track. So I give these guys credit, whoever made the schedule. Great job for putting Talladega second to last, because that is really going to put a kink in the chain as far as any strategy for some of these guys.
Yeah, the cool thing about Talladega also too is it's like, is it going to be some cautions? The restarts, we know when that field's bunched up, it's going to get pretty crazy. Or is it going to be one of those green flag all the way out, and you're going to see these tandems just all over the track, all over the place, pushing each other, and with these Gen 6 cars, that's going to be just insane as far as speed-wise. But I can't wait. It's going to be interesting. It could go either way. Obviously, if it's a bunch of two-car tandems around the track, it's all going to come down to your pit road. No mistakes. You're going to be flying in there trying to get on the pit road from 200 miles an hour down to 55. You can't have any mistakes there. And then when you come in those pits, you better make sure your crew's on. If they're not on their game, you lose time, you go out without a partner, you're in big trouble.
Oh, yeah, and that could happen to the points leader going out without a partner and just have everybody going right by him. That's just, oh, my God. Talladega is just going to be one of the races I'm going to have checked on my calendar, because it's going to be fun at Talladega.
Yeah, I can't. Gosh, I don't know. And then I don't know. I like Homestead too. That's gonna be a nice finish off to the thing. But 6 races. 6 races, Ben. I think it was over 800 miles to settle this thing. 12 drivers. I'll even say it. 12 of the best here at NoBull. During the Cup Series, they made the chase. There were some guys on the outside looking in. There was times at New Hampshire where we weren't sure if Chuck Sweeting was going to be in. If Rick Donovan was going to be in. Brian Terry had some issues and some wrecks and was way in the back. Rick was running up front. We're like, oh boy, this is going to be close, And then when everything was all said and done, that was it. And, Brian Terry ends up finishing 7th, a great run for him at the end. And he ends up solidifying that 12th and final spot. But, everybody in there, Chad Osborne, Brad Spine, it's just Philip Willis had a wicked good start to the season, kind of slumped off towards the end there. Even had troubles at New Hampshire, where that's one of his better tracks that I've seen him race at anyway. It's going to all come down to I can't wait. Every lap means something now. You know what I'm saying? And with the points the way they are, every lap means something. You don't want a mistake, but you can't be nervous. You got to go out there. You got to run your race. You got to run fast. You got to be up front. You got to have timely pit stops. No issues. You got to be perfect. 6 races, 800-something miles. You got to be spot on and ready to do this. I know these guys are, like I said, best of the best. And, man, I wish them all luck. It's going to be one heck of a run for all these guys. And I can't wait to kick it off tomorrow night with you. We'll get the broadcast live from Richmond and kick it all off down there.
No, it is good. It's going to be great. Already set up down there. Working on a bunch of stuff. The broadcast from here on out for the Cup Series is, I can't say too much. Just tune in tomorrow. We are going to have a new guy, not new to NoBull Network, but a new guy to the Cup Series broadcast.
Hey, wake up.
And ain't that Zach Kreiser? He's going to be there up in the booth with us.
Yep. We're going to throw him in there, a little rookie guy, but we're going to add some stuff, have some interesting stuff for the thing, pre-race show, things like that. So I won't give, like you said, I won't give everything away, but we want to make sure these guys are prepared for something good. I'm enjoying. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. And like I said, 160 laps tomorrow night at Richmond, and I know these guys are geared up, ready to go. And I'm sure there's going to be a NoBull practice here as soon as the radio show's done there. So I definitely don't want to keep these guys too much bound up with that, but or with this radio show here. I know these guys want to get to practicing.
I've actually got to go in there and show Dave how to run Richmond. So
yeah.
Gotta get going.
I'm sure he's up there right now going, tempo.
Yep. But tomorrow is going to be fun. Be sure to tune into the broadcast. You're going to see some new stuff, some exciting stuff. It's going to kind of have a little facelift for the final 6 races, and then we'll just merge that into the next season on when NoBull Network 1 officially kicks off, as far as the race broadcasts go.
Yeah, absolutely. And where is there, I don't know, I want to talk a little bit. NoBull Network 1, obviously, we got the website up and running. We got some little news stories, little ditties about the race, things like that up. Obviously, putting pictures up under the media section from each race. Some cool ones, some ones of the guys finishing, some cool little wrecks, maybe some guys spinning out, things like that. Just random stuff, nothing in particular or whatever. But we got a lot of cool things coming, Ben, and I don't want to give everything away, but a little teaser. You're working on something here, a little newsletter type thing, which I had seen the beginning works of it, and I know we had to finalize some stuff and whatnot, but I know that's going to be good. So that's a little newsletter everyone's going to receive in an email. If you don't want it, too bad. You're going to get it anyway.
Yeah, if you don't want to receive the next one, all you have to do is click unsubscribe at the bottom. But look for that to be out around Friday evening. Yeah, a little newsletter. Won't go too in-depth on what's going to be in it, but it will basically just cover the week of racing, give you a little read-up, and look forward to the next week. And we'll have some notes from the admin, little driver spotlight section, etc., etc. But yeah, just look for that in your email Friday afternoon.
Awesome. Can't wait. I think it's going to be fun. Everyone's kind of pitching in and working on this. Everything here, you know, and basically everything we're doing on the website and beyond is for everybody in the league, you know, just something cool, something different, something to spread to your, you know, out to the iRacing world and your friends and things like that to, you know, get them over here. Let's fill these things up. We want 43 cars each and every week, all three divisions. That's what we want. We want an overflow, basically. We know it drops off a little bit. Some people have issues early in the season, not going to win the championships, and then they don't show up. Which then I question, why? Why not, man? You want to race or what, you know? You can still come out there and pull off a win or two, you know?
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing with NoBull Network 1, the radio show, the races being broadcasted live. There's just so much stuff going on here that if I was an iRacer just getting into iRacing, or a veteran iRacer that's been there for 5 years and I was looking to get into a league, I don't know why they wouldn't choose NoBull Motorsport.
I mean, the only reason to not choose them is they didn't hear them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't hear. But that's what we're going to try to do. We're just going to litter. We're going to litter the iRacing forums with all kinds of NoBull stuff, all kinds of, you know, links to join the league or links to come watch this or listen to this or whatever. I mean, we're just... the people at iRacing are going to get, I think, upset, if you ask me.
Yeah, they might, but we don't care. We're going to litter it, and...
as long as they don't ban me.
Yeah, we're going to get the word out there. Also, another thing on Facebook, invite your friends to like the page, invite them to join the events. If everybody, and Andy, this is unbelievable, looking at this the other day, if everybody shared the page with their friends and family, and everybody that they shared it with liked it, we would have over 30,000 likes on Facebook. So just share the Facebook page, invite your friends to like it. Even if we get 10% of that, that's 300.
Yeah, listen, I've sent it to all my friends, and then I get all these messages going, what the hell is this stuff? What the hell is this? What, you race online? I'm like, yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
Just like it, will you?
Like it and find out.
Yeah, just like it, huh? Tell everybody, just like the thing. And if you don't have Facebook, get it.
Yeah.
Talking to you, Kenny.
And Rick. Can't forget Rick.
Well, Rick has his reasons. But, yeah, we... you have to like it. The tweeter, yeah, you need tweeter, too. Follow this NoBull Network 1 on Tweeter. And also NoBull League. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. Also kicks off tomorrow night. Richmond International Raceway, 160 laps, Ben. Man, let's just do it. Let's get it on. I wish it was tonight.
Yeah, I do too. But I'm going to have to wait until tomorrow night. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I know all these guys are, as far as the broadcast goes, and the racers themselves. So Richmond's going to be the place to be, and tune in tomorrow for a spectacular broadcast.
Absolutely. Well, I thank you, Ben. Thank you for your time. Thanks for coming by, talking it up with me, and we'll do it all again tomorrow night. Except we'll have fun doing it during a race. So we'll get it all done there and have a blast doing it. And hopefully everybody, if you're racing, I hope you'll watch it after. And if you're not, I hope everybody's tuning in right here on NoBull Network 1. Watch the race. Enjoy it. This is going to be awesome, these final 6 races. And these guys are going to put on a heck of a show. And I can't wait. I just can't wait. I'm just keep saying it because I can't wait.
It's going to be a dandy. Thanks for having
will.
me on the show tonight, Andy, and I will see you in the booth tomorrow at Richmond.
Sounds good, Ben. Thanks again. We're gonna step out. Quick break. When we come back, though, we're gonna bring a guy. Some of you might know him. Some of you might not. His name is Mylan. He is the head honcho for the West Pro Series. It's a place where I came from our console days. That's how basically I got started with the online racing type stuff. It was on the console, and then found iRacing and liked it so much better. But now I'm here, and so a bunch of my friends from West Pro Series. So anyway, we'll talk to Mylan when I come back. But I don't know, maybe in a minute or so. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But we'll be back right after this.
Did your little storm knock out the power? Well, excuse me for not noticing.
Hate to disappoint you, old man Winter. Better luck next time.
If the power goes out, your Generac standby generator goes on automatically.
Down trees? Flash floods? Is that all you've got?
Stand up to the threat of outages with Generac and never feel powerless.
Anybody hear me?
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
Welcome back, everyone. NoBull Radio. A big trial and error type of night for me. Hopefully everything's going out all right. You guys can hear me. I haven't heard too many complaints. But I'm going to drop in a fellow. A friend of mine. I've known him for, I don't know, I guess I've known him for a couple of years now, or right about a couple of years anyway. But that's Mylan Lacey. Mylan is the CEO, head honcho, whatever you want to call him, the chief blank in charge of the West Pro Series. Mylan, welcome to NoBull Radio, and how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Thanks for letting me in your closet for tonight. And you know, it's a pleasure being here. I think this is my second time being around here.
Second time or so, but who's counting? We'll be seeing a lot of you around. A lot of cool things coming down the pike here or whatever. But one of them, we want to talk to these fine people that are listening to us about a little bit of a change. Nothing crazy. I mean, it's not going to really affect too many people, but it's just kind of a, I don't know. I guess it's kind of a branch off.
Apocalypse or anything coming?
Yeah. No, nobody's losing nothing or nothing's going. You know,
fire from the sky or anything like that. At least I don't think so.
Yeah, nothing like that. But I guess it kind of slipped out of the bag the other night in a race we had going on there at Daytona in the Nationwide or National Car. And a couple people went, what? And we're like, just listen to the show. Well, here we are. We're on the show. A little bit of news about the West Pro Series and NoBull. Wasn't able to have Rick here to join us. Not that big of a deal. He said, go for it. So,
he's going to let me have the chance of the limelight. Mike.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to put my big boy britches on now.
Oh, geez. Yeah, and so I might not have all the answers or all the correct things or whatever as far as what's going on that end, but we'll have Rick on, and obviously more of this stuff will be coming here in the coming days and coming weeks here. Obviously, any updates on it or anything like that, we can update you on the webpage at NoBull Network 1 or on the homepage at NoBullMotorsport.com. Mylan, well, I don't know if you want to start it off or what, but the floor is yours, my friend.
Well, thank you, Andy. Big news is that the West Pro Series and NoBull Motorsports are going to come together here, and what we're going to do, what we aim to do, is run a series over on West Pro's side that will be connected to the NoBull Motorsports side. And Rick has always wanted to start a league, career-based type deal, and one of his dreams was to launch a national type division within NoBull. Well, he saw that West Pro was putting one on, and I think he talked to you, Andy, about some interest there, and Andy kind of was the broker there for a couple of days between me and Rick until me and Rick were finally bolted into a room by Andy, and we talked for a little while and came to a part where West Pro will be running the competition diecast Grand National Series for NoBull. It'll be over on the West Pro side, and we hope a lot of the guys from West Pro Series and NoBull get in there and race. We have some pretty good ideas. The cars handle superb. A great schedule to go by. And I don't know if Rick would want me to tell them what the end of the season surprise or the prize is. So I'm going to let him take that hand since it's his own thing sponsoring this event. But you know what? We over at the West Pro Series are real excited to be doing this. It's been a long time coming, and I think it's a pretty neat idea, Andy.
Yeah, it is. I like it. I like the whole idea. Basically, NoBull, the whole concentration, they got rid of the nationwide and got rid of, or excuse me, I'll start that over. Take two. They got rid of their late model division and their modifieds because they wanted to concentrate on the Sprint, Cup, Nationwide, and the trucks and get these really solid and really firm. Well, not saying that now isn't a good time to add another division under NoBull, but now is a perfect time to kind of interlock the two series between the West Pro and NoBull. And the National Series, like you said, is going to run underneath the West Pro banner, but it's going to be the feeder. It's going to be that feeder series of the new people coming into NoBull. So they're going to start there.
It's all about Rick's big conception that he has in mind of a career-based thing for sim racing. Nobody else has done this before, and once I've heard it, I got pretty excited for it. And basically what it is, in a nutshell, is that you're going to start off in the Grand... Now, not everybody's not going to start off in the Grand National Series, but all the newcomers that are coming over to NoBull will start in the Grand National Series. And what it is we're going to be the ARCA to the NASCAR, sort of like that. And NoBull ARCA, there you go. That's a great kind of concept.
I was thinking more K&N because, but whatever. Anyway, it's all the same.
It's the same deal. So what it is we're going to get all these new people, and we're going to feed them through the Grand National division into NoBull, which means is they'll go through the Grand National, and I think Rick's next step is to put them in the truck, and then your career progresses. On how
right, but only guys that are ready.
Oh, only guys that are
Right. If they feel there's somebody that's not ready, you're stuck down there.
Exactly. Our admins are going to talk to the NoBull admins. We're all going to get together and go like, you know what, this guy's great. You know what, this guy should stay around for another season, get him, kind of prepared. Now, me and Rick have other big ideas on down the line, but we're not necessarily ready to disclose those yet. But this is the first step. Now, this doesn't mean that the West Pro Series is going to go away. The West Pro Series is still going to stay there. What it is we're helping NoBull with this feeder series. And the West Pro Series still going to be around. We're still going to have our kind of series separate from the NoBull type side. And we still want those NoBull guys to come join us on Mondays for our truck series, on Wednesdays for our late model series. And then, of course, Sunday will be the Grand National event. And that will occur, if I'm correct, I think in 2 weeks is when we're going to launch that on a Sunday, 8:30, I believe, Andy?
Yeah, 8:30 Eastern, just like all the other NoBull starts. They're all 8:30 Eastern. We're going to do the same on Sunday nights. So it's Sunday nights, and it's going to be...
We want everybody. This is the first step, and it doesn't matter how good you are or whatever. I
mean, there's excited. If guys come in and they're like phenomenal, guess what? You're out of here.
We're going to put them in the trucks real fast.
Exactly.
Yeah, Kenny Baum saying that he doesn't want to do it. Kenny, we invite you to come on down and run a couple of races with us. Our first season is basically going to be the learning season. We're going to watch all these guys. We plan on getting in. We've had a lot of positive feedback from this. We've run some recruiting races, and I think we've picked up quite a few people. And we're going to be running I think maybe a couple more during the week. And I just can't wait. I really can't wait. And hopefully, maybe we've got another surprise for the Grand National Series, but we're kind of looking into that at the moment.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's going to be a competition. Competition Diecast is going to be the sponsor. That's Rick's deal, some new adventure Rick's doing with his graphic designs and all that stuff. So we'll let him get into that. There's going to be a cool prize for the series winner.
Really cool prize.
Yeah, we'll let him deal with that as far as that's concerned.
Once again, it's Competition Diecast that's sponsoring the Grand National Series. Want to get that out there. Competition Diecast. Got to plug, and promote our series sponsor here. We're really happy that they came on board to sponsor this newborn. We haven't run it yet, and we've already got a sponsor. And the first place prize is a doozy. It's great. And you know what? If I could run this, I would, just for the prize itself.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, and like we said, we want, basically we're going to be seeing a lot of this here in the TeamSpeak. You guys and NoBull guys might have noticed a West Pro Series guys room, quote unquote, but you're going to be seeing a lot of the guys over here, and we're going to kind of mingle them in. We're going to get some of our the better guys there over there at West Pro Series. They're going to mingle in with the trucks nationwide, and maybe eventually the Sprint Cup Series with all you NoBull regulars, and then we'll have some of our other guys not so hot like myself that'll be staying in the trucks for life.
Me too. Of course, me and you can't be in the National Series because of the other thing that we're working on. But we're going to go into that just yet until But Talladega will be the first race for these guys. I know everybody's going to say, oh, why are you going to put all these rookies on a plate track race? Well, why not? Why not? They all got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, they have to. And you look at the NoBull and the Sprint Nationwide and Truck Mile, and you get a lot of races with one caution or no cautions at the plate track. So you got to get them started somewhere.
Right. We've got one or two road courses, some short tracks. So we've got a shish kebab of short tracks, intermediates, plates, road courses. We got the whole shebang in there, and really, I just can't wait. I really can't wait. In 2 weeks, this thing launches, and I know it's going to be great. the guys who are already saying that they want to get into this. And I know the competition is going to be high, and I cannot wait.
Yeah, we want a full squad. We want 20, 25 cars, obviously, at least per week here to run in the National Series. Obviously, we all want more and more and more. The idea is to get in here, run some races, let these guys get in here. Let's boost up this thing. Let's get it out there. Let's promote. Get these guys, whether it's rookies or D-level guys in the actual iRacing service, in the official stuff, get them in here. Let's get them early. Let's mold them. I mean, once they're here, in the way I feel, once you're here, once you see what NoBull has to offer, along with the West Pro Series, of the type of racing, of with the radio show and all the amenities, the radio show, the websites are cool. Just everything about it. Everybody's involved, and there's guys that can paint your cars really cool. There's just so much here, like a close-knit family at NoBull, and basically now we're just kind of extending it into the West Pro Series, which I think is a great thing for both series, really, because it lets the NoBull guys do their thing at NoBull, but at the same time, it lets the West Pro Series guys help them out by picking up that series, running it. I wouldn't say for them, but running it and using it as the feeder series for NoBull. Get these people some experience, some of these younger people, some of the newer people at iRacing, and get them in here, figure it out how rules-wise you want these people to race, and basically so that by the time they get to the trucks, they get to the nationwide, things like that, these guys know what it's about, and they can see their own progression of their, I guess, skill, if you want to call it that, where they started off in the national cars and worked hard for a season or two and worked their way up to trucks, and then to nationwide, and then to Sprint Cup, and just see that progression, and eventually, hopefully, we got all these divisions with 43 starters week in and week out.
Yeah, and hopefully within a couple of days, once we secure the other part, we'll have another big announcement. But we want you guys need to help us go out there and promote. Tell them to go to the westproseries.com. You can register there. Just click on the register button. A little form comes up, and it'll ask you what number you want to race, what sponsors, what series you want to be in. You add the emails directly to our admins, and you're in. It's as easy as that. We want a lot of people. The more people, the merrier. I'd love to see a 43-car field at Talladega. I really would.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool in the national cars.
That would be amazing. So that's what we're aiming for. That is truly what we're aiming for. We are aiming to help out NoBull, and not only help them out, but put us on the same path.
Yeah, and put West Pro on the map, since it's fairly new as far as iRacing is concerned.
Myself and Rick have the same mind. It's pretty scary.
Yeah, it is.
But we almost think alike in aspects to running our leagues. So I would say that works for us. I wouldn't say that works against us. Also, we have on the West Pro Series side a team aspect to our series, in which that we have owners championship. So, which is pretty cool, because then you have a car owner. Our race points is set up to where the car owner goes in and he goes, like, I got to spend 40 grand to get a pit crew, and this, that, and the other. So we have teams, so they fight for owners championship, much like you probably, if anybody were in the trucks, would know that we had that going on with us. So really, we want to thank Competition Diecast for coming over to sponsor the Grand National Series for us in conjunction with NoBull Motorsports, and I really can't wait for 2 weeks.
Yep, 2 weeks to get this season going. Once again, everybody, westproseries.com. head on over there, sign up, even if it's for the trucks or anything like that. Get in there, get involved. We're obviously taking teams for the truck season. That's also going to start in a couple weeks, I guess, Mylan, and also for the late model series, which will be on Wednesday nights, I believe, right after the radio show, I believe.
I believe so. I think everything starts in a week to 2 weeks here. Check out westproseries.com. We'll have the schedules up there and everything. I think everything starts about the same time. I think, I really do.
There's been so much going on, you got to excuse me.
There's been so much going on behind the scenes. It's great. And it's great to finally able to tell everybody what's been going on behind the scenes. I know people hears things, little bits of information, but once you get it out there, everybody goes, "Oh, so that's what's going on," and it's great. It's great for me as the I don't know what you'd call me, a CEO or whatever of the West Pro Series. I'm just the guy who started the whole thing. That's what I really consider myself as. I don't think of myself the big chief head honcho or anything. I'm just a guy who started a little league on an Xbox for a game that really wasn't worth doing it, but we came over to iRacing, much better situation. And I looked forward to working with Rick on a daily basis to really push this thing through. And if this thing works, we have more big plans coming down the pike.
Yeah, and I mean, just to say, this series kicks off well. I mean, there could be talk about more series in the future or anything like that. So, with all that being said, I mean, it's a great thing. I just want to reiterate to all the NoBull guys out there that if they haven't run, come over, run some trucks with us. It's Monday nights right after the Nationwide Series runs. It's fun, go over and have a blast. A bunch of guys like Dave and Mitch, and I think Brian Neff's been in there a few times. And, I think Brad Spidell even. I've seen him in there a couple times or whatever, because the only part I don't like about them coming over is it means I don't get any better finishes than what I was getting. So I was getting really close to top 10s, but now all these guys come in, and I'm lucky to get in 20th. So, but anyway, it's great.
I know how you feel.
It's great because I like racing with all these guys, and they're a lot of fun. And like I said, though, we're all going to be in here in TeamSpeak, so it's all going to be in here. But like I said, check out the website, westproseries.com. Get signed up. Get in there. There's also a forum too, the westproseries.proboards.com, where there are a lot of people post their pictures of their paint schemes and a little discussion board type thing or whatever. That's all part of the West Pro Series. So it's a lot of fun, and man, I can't wait. It's going to be exciting to get this series going. And
I can't wait either. Not only to get that going, but our other things going. But most importantly, Competition Diecast Grand National Series. I see a lot of big things going on with that, and I'm looking for big things to go on that. So tell your friends, if you know any friends out there who are like wishy-washy and joining the league and all that, tell them to come on down to westproseries.com, or if you guys see people out there who are interested in leagues, tell them that too. The more the merrier, man. We want to fill that whole thing up. I want to see 43 cars on that starting grid.
Yes, full throttle, full grid. Let's get them all in there. Let's have a blast. Like I said, this is going to be a lot of fun. You're going to see a lot of, if you're NoBull guys, you're going to see a lot of little guys mingling into the trucks nationwide, maybe Sprint Cup or whatever, and you're going to be like, who the heck's this guy? Well, it's probably a guy from the West Pro. You've seen already some of those guys in the truck series. Zach Kreiser, he's helps me with the radio show every now and then whenever he can make it, and he actually got his first top 10 last night, finishing 10th in that 39 Rhesus machine, although it looked like it was a little beat up, so he got himself in a little bit of trouble, but got a top 10 out of it.
Find the peanut butter to his chocolate is what.
Yeah. Basically, it all fell out.
That's good. I didn't know he got a top 10. So lucky if you're listening out there. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you're going to see it all. It's going to all be mingling in here, and hopefully that's good. And we'll look forward to seeing all that. Obviously, I wish we could add Rick here, get his side of it, but that's pretty much everything in a nutshell right there. It's drive to get this tiered system going that Rick has as a vision, that you got to work yourself up to that Sprint Cup level, and you got to earn it. You got to earn your way up there. and I like it. Some guys may never make it, like myself, but that's fine. It gives me something to shoot for, right?
Yeah. I'll be a competition diecast champion.
Yeah, hey, you never know.
Sooner or later.
Especially if they keep giving out that cool prize, but wanna.
Oh yeah. Especially if they keep a cool prize. Yeah, I could see. I'll build a mantelpiece for that cool prize.
Absolutely. But Mylan, thank you for stopping by. Obviously, we'll with those thoughts and things like that, I'm sure we'll have you on the radio show much more often to talk about the Grand National Series. And everybody, remember, westproseries.com. Head over there, check it out. Got some cool things going on over there also, and there's links everywhere. So I think actually if you click on that the competition diecast link, I believe it takes you to a website. Is that right, Mylan?
To which? I'm sorry.
I'm thinking doesn't it take you to the competition design website? Competition diecast website, I should say.
It should. If it's working, it should.
All right. Well, that's what I was getting at. So anyway,
yeah.
Everyone can check out what competition diecast is all about. Also, it's a cool little project that Rick actually started up because he likes to do things like that. And, he's never happy when he's when he's not doing something or not being busy. So that's that. And that being said, I thank you again, Mylan, for stopping by here, NoBull Radio, and we'll talk to you some more here in the future when we get more exciting things coming along. And thanks for your time, and hopefully you get an onslaught of people to the website tonight.
I hope so too. I hope the server crashes. That'd be nice.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you, Mylan. Thanks for stopping by, and everybody, westproseries.com. Well, everyone, that's gonna pretty much do it here tonight. I don't want to keep everybody, all up in this mess that I'm trying to create here on the radio. So we'll just have to do this again some other time. Hopefully, I fix out all my issues with Skype. We can get that going up next time. So my apologies again to Randy Hauser. We'll get him on here another time. But Wayne had talked about it. Got some pretty cool guests coming up here in the near future. So we'll keep an eye on that, and obviously keep an eye on the website, NoBullNetwork1.com, for all your latest things about NoBull and any news. So, with that said, I'm Andy Kessler. For our producer, Andy Kessler, I want to thank Ben Kilcrease for stopping by here tonight. Kenny Baum Jr., winner this season here in the Truck Series 2 weeks ago at Dover. Congratulations on that. I want to thank him for coming by. Obviously, Wayne Finley for stopping in too. And, of course, Mylan Lacey, the CEO, head honcho of the West Pro Series. So I want to thank him a lot for stopping by with us here tonight. But that'll do it. That'll do it for this edition of NoBull Radio. Hope you all enjoyed what was somewhat of a mess. But hopefully it did all right. And we'll do better next week because that's what we do best. Anyway, join us tomorrow night, obviously, live for the Sprint Cup Series. First race of the chase at Richmond, 160 laps. Ben and myself with producer Matt will be getting that to everybody. So make sure to tune into that tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, as the NoBull Sprint Cup Series rseat.net hits to the track. But with that said, I'm Andy Kessler. Have a good night, everybody. And I'll say this for Ben. Remember to put the phone down.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.